If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Welcome back everyone. We're seeing that Kaspa is up today 8%, but in yesterday's video update I showed you that Kaspa is allowed to see a 35% dump and it would still keep this 400% move valid. We've been calling for these targets to the upside since this break of this level over here. As we can see previously, back in July, we broke through the golden pocket, creating the reversal wave, opening up the possibility of these targets. Now it's taken months and months, and in this area over here, we were making bearish updates as there was bearish signals, and we were looking for lower, but in every single update, we showed that the path that can be invalidated. So we were giving those levels that need to be reclaimed. We got them reclaimed, and I was suggesting that at that moment where we broke through over here, right over here, that I would still maintain bearish beneath the low, but by breaking through the 20, we are in the short term invalidating those bearish targets. And with that, we eventually got to the high, where on the lower time frames, down over here on the 2 hour, if you remember, I gave you this bullish divergence, which was the exact signal to kickstart this pump. It appeared on the 200 EMA, and if you've been following these updates, you know that this is the bottom of our uptrend over here, and we can see that that's on the 2 hour appearing quite high. I'm not too focused on that at the moment. We're going to go to the daily time frame again, and essentially again, just talking about the daily, we are allowed to come back down to this resistance. It'll just be a previous resistance being tested as support. It doesn't need to happen, but it's more than fine in that if it does actually occur. Can you see the 200 EMA is almost in line with that? If we did come down as deep as there, it would be in line with that point. So we know that this higher low would be held. And so what I'm going to do is go from this low to that high, because that's our deepest point of retracement to the 200 EMA to the 1 fib level. So that is the lowest we are allowed to technically go. I know I just said down to here, and if we want to continue up to that 400% target, I would like to see this being held. But if we did actually fall down below it, this must hold in order to give us an opportunity to reclaim it and then continue on that path. I know that's not a worry right now, but I just need to let you guys know so I've not got a guilty conscience if anything does go wrong. But since the update, we did actually continue a little bit lower. We went down about 8% or 7.5%, and then from that very low over there, we've actually pumped in and around, well, today's current candle is 7% up, but from that low right there, this was about a 10% move, and then it peaked out earlier today at about 13% move since then. So it doesn't mean that that downside is completely invalidated. Again, guys, I'm not saying that it has to go down there. I'm just showing you that it is allowed to, and it's allowed to go down as low as that. But again, I would prefer to see the resistance that we broke out of, if we were to ever dump down into there, just to be held as support, rather than the support being lost, flipped into resistance, coming down into this area. Yes, on a technicality, it would still be bullish, but then we must see the break back above this resistance to eventually continue up to those price targets. I've then placed the fibs for you from the start of the move to the end of the move, and it's showing us some key levels right over here. So we've got some further confluence to the fact that we were suggesting that this needs to hold. The 786 is the deepest point of retracement. Look at that. That's slightly beneath that point. The golden pocket over here is slightly above. So essentially it's saying that we could come down into those areas, and this will, of course, still maintain bullish, and then we continue higher. If we do not even get this move downwards, then let's analyze what is going on right here, right now on the 4 hour time frame. Because again, guys, it doesn't have to go down there. I'm just showing that it's allowed to, and it'd still be bullish, considered bullish. So on the 4 hours, pretty simple for me. You see this wick down here, boom, that's the support you can't lose. I think by the time you get down there, if we were to, this would start to creep up and align with it. But yeah, let's mark out that level for you guys so we know that Kaspa will correct if we lose this level, 71.5 cents. We've also been given a level higher, which we're actually holding as support on the 55 moving average at 78 cents. So while we are maintaining this, then it's totally fine. What I can then do is go from this low to this high, and you can see that this is pretty much the golden pocket. Yes, we went beneath it. Why? Because the 55 was there. But we went down there with wicks. Where did the bodies close? Exactly on the golden pocket. This is why we're seeing this initial move to the upside. But doesn't mean it's in the clear. Doesn't mean that it's essentially going to break that 10-cent high. There's a lot of work to do. What we now need to see is this continue to hold as support, as we are above the 20 right now on the 4-hour time frame, we need to see the close above that point. We already came down with this candle to test this as support. So what we now need to see is a break of this wick on the 4-hour time frame, 888. Well, 88. My goodness, 886 cents. 8.86 cent. Okay, break that with the 4-hour closes. So we're now essentially trapped between these 2 points, everyone. So continue to hold the 55 and this golden pocket. We should eventually see a break of this level, and then that would put us in a retracement back to the high. But as you can see, bodies were closing in and around that area, so this will be another area that we could be struggling to break through. So this is the support area and this is the resistance area. We're now trapped between the two. We're waiting to see, will this higher band sitting at 917 cent break, flip that in support to retrace back up to our 10 cent high, or will this lower end golden pocket be lost, validating the reversal wave, retracing back down to this low, where we must then reclaim the golden pocket to continue higher. If we then lose this low and it doesn't actually take us back higher, it just uses it as resistance, we're looking for continuation back down to these levels over here. As the 200 EMA is already above the 161 and the 1414, I would just essentially look at on the 4-hour time frame where this will land at those very moments it starts coming down. It could be at the 1272 exactly. It could be between those 2 points or just slightly beneath the 1 Feb level. Can't say that right now, but at least I've prepared you guys with that. And if anything does change, or if we are on the journey down to that, I will let you guys know more specifically where this will land. As every day that every 4 hour that goes by, as it's the 4-hour time frame, this will move very slightly. So the longer that we build up in this area, and if it does eventually correct, this will come higher and higher and higher. I'd love for it to come in line with that, and then it's just a suggestion that we come and kiss that, reclaim all those key levels and continue higher. That is if we lose the golden pocket. Again, we have not lost the golden pocket. We came down exactly where we need to, and so what now needs to happen is a reclaim of the 20, which we are seeing. So in the next 20 minutes, can we close? By the time you watch this video, it's going to be way past that point. So has it closed above this? If so, amazing. And then what we now need to do is find the levels that it needs to break through, which I've already suggested is where the bodies are sitting at, and it's also our reversed golden pocket over here. So essentially, we need to break through this key where these bodies are sitting, 918 cent. By breaking that, we're retracing back to this high with new targets to the upside. Short-term targets, we know this is going to 25 cent eventually, but shorter-term targets will be between 10 and 14 cents. So this would be a gain from today's current price for us holders between 22 and 60% going forward for Kaspa. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to take action on the discounts, use the links in the description down below to navigate to Twitter and private message me for the code on my mentorship, ebook and course. The mentorship plan is 5 to 10 hours of my one-to-one help through video calls. You're also going to get 3 months free in the chat. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do group live mentorship calls where I teach every student in there on how to implement these strategies and read the charts exactly like me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope to see more of you joining the community. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates. So you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again, using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.